Hello students, I'm back with new topic, very important topic, that is phosology. Okay, you know what is the phosology? Phosology is nothing but a doctrine of doses. Okay, knowledge of doses, doctrine of doses. It is very important as a physician, as an exam point of view also. So we are going to study the different points in this topic, phosology and homeopathic phosology. See, what we are going to learn in this topic, that is etymology, definition of phosology, difference between allopathic and homeopathic concept of doses, selection of potency, various kinds of doses, repetition of doses, and single medicine. We are going to study all this topic in detail. First one, etymology. The term phosology originates from the Greek word phosis, meaning how much, and logos, meaning study. See, for it is the Greek word, the phosis, meaning how much. How much means the specific quantity, and logos meaning a study. Okay, so the study of the specific quantity of medicine, it is called as the phosology. Okay, study of specific quantity. Okay, phosis meaning how much, it means the quantity, and logos meaning study. Okay, so study of any specific quantity, it means the phosology. Definition of phosology. Phosology means doctrine of doses of medicine. The terminology of dose is derived from Greek word dosis, which means a giving, the quantity of drug or other therapeutic agent to be taken or applied all at a time or in a fractional amount within a stated period. It is fractional. Okay, there is spelling mistake. See students, about definition, you have to write this definition as it is. Okay, you know about the meaning of each and every word, but still the definition, you have to maintain a specific language of pharmacy in your definition, and you have to write the definition as it is given. Okay, so doses means a giving. Okay, a quantity of drug, giving a specific quantity of drug to the patient, it is mean the phosology. Okay, definition of homeopathic phosology. Homeopathic dose means the particular preparation of medicine used, the quantity and form of that preparation, as well as the number of administration of the medicine. See, a homeopathic dose means, okay, you know about, we are having the mother tincture, mother solution, mother substance, that is triturated powder. Okay, so which preparation you are giving to the patient, in which quantity you are giving to the patient, and means when you are repeating that. Okay, so how much you are giving, how much administration you are giving to the patient, it is the phosology. For example, if you are giving the mother tincture, okay, in the liquid form, it is mother tincture in liquid form, you are giving that, and you are telling patient to take the 10 drops in the morning. Okay, it is the quantity, and repeat it every 12 hours, every 24 hours, it is the administrations कि कितने देर बाद उसको लेना है. Okay, so it means the phosology, but again you have to write the definition as it is. Differences between allopathic and homeopathic concept of doses. Okay, now the allopathic concept, dose means so many drops by measure enough to produce the direct positive or physiological effect, and not enough to endanger the patient. See, in the allopathy, what we are given, they give the dose which is directly give you a positive effect, means they are giving you painkiller, you have to get the relief within half an hour. Okay, so they consider only the weight of patient. Okay, if the patient is child, it is below 8 kg, then you give the half tablet. If it is adult above the 12 kg, then you give the full tablet. Okay, like that. They consider only the age and the weight of that patient. For example, in constipation, recommended dose is 1 to 3 grains. See, 1 grain if the patient is below, means it is the weight is 8 kg or 9 kg, and 3 grains when it is above the 12 kg, like that. Now, in homeopathic concept, a dose means an infinitesimal dose. It is related to the particular preparation, as I told you, mother tincture, mother solution, or mother substance. Quantity of that preparation: 10 drops, 4 globules, 8 globules, whatever it may be. Number of administration: you have to take it once in a day, 2 times in a day, or 3 times in a day is the number of administration. Okay, in the book, the example of opium is giving for all the three these top points. You can write that also, that you are giving the opium for the constipation in mother tincture form. Then you are giving 8 drops in the half cup of water. Then you are repeating it every after 8 hours, like that. You can write the example also. See the meaning of some important word in this chapter. The first one is susceptibility, next one is constitution, and next one is the temperament. Okay, so what is susceptibility? See, susceptibility is nothing but a reaction of the body to your external stimuli. If you are having so much cold, then your body gives reaction that you are feeling cold. If there is hot, you are highly perspiring. Okay, so perspiration tell you the reaction of your body to the environment. Okay, so it is the susceptibility. So if there is fanning, okay, and two persons are sitting over there, one is very comfortable and one is feeling that fan is too much running in speed. So that person is highly susceptible to the air or the cold air. Okay, so high susceptibility, low susceptibility. So high susceptibility means who is highly susceptible to that thing. Okay, means if your body is very lazy, then you are highly susceptible to the diseases. Okay, like that, the high susceptibility, low susceptibility, medium susceptibility. Next one is constitution. See, constitution is the physical makeup of the person. Okay, so constitution, you know about the lean and thin constitution, which the person is tall and very thin and it is stoop. Okay, ऐसे जो कंधे से झुका हुआ होता है, ऊंचा होता है, एकदम थिन होता है, तो ठीक है, वो एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होता है. फैटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होता है. ओके, सो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज नथिंग बट अ फिजिकल मेकअप ऑफ दैट पर्सन. Next one is temperament. Now temperament is related to your mentality. ओके, नर्वस टेम्परामेंट, क्लोरिक टेम्परामेंट. नर्वस टेम्परामेंट मीन्स जो बहुत जल्दी डर जाता है, क्लोरिक टेम्परामेंट जो बहुत ज़्यादा इरिटेबल होता है, लाइक दैट. Okay, you are having so many kinds of different temperaments. All these terms are used in organon. Okay, so in next year you are going to study all these three terms in detail. Okay, I am telling you about the susceptibility, constitution, and temperament. Now the first thing is selection of potency. I think it is second. Okay, selection of potency, it is very very important. Okay, see students, selection of potency is very important. Okay, being a physician, when you take a case of that patient and you give the correct simillimum, correct medicine to that patient, but the potency is very low or very high, means you are giving wrong potency, then it is not going to cure that patient. Okay, so it is very important, being a physician, to give a proper potency also. Only selection of correct remedy is not at all beneficial for the patient, you have to give it in a correct potency also. Okay, so you know about the potency, how to give the potency. Okay, normally we know about the low potency. The potency which is below 30, it is called as the low potency. Potency which is within the 30 to 200, it is called as the medium potency. And the potency which is above the 200, 1m, 5m, 10m, all these are higher potencies. Okay, so I'm going to tell you detail about the potency, how to select the potency point wise, about age, sex. We are going to study it now. See, low potencies are below 30, medium between 30 to 1m, sorry, it is 1m, and higher potency is above 1m. The medicine may fail to produce any favorable effect in lower potencies in a case, but may show unexpected good result in the higher potency. Some medicine shows such kind of the effect. It does not indicate that lower potency do not act at all in such cases. They do act, but their favorable effect are not previously properly. Then about the potency. See, the lower potencies are organotropic. The medium potencies are influence the function, and higher potencies are for the psyche. Psyche. See, psyche, psyche. It means the person who are mentally very strong. Okay, they are mentally very strong and robust. It is called as the psyche. Now, the axiom which used for this purpose while considering the susceptibility, the higher potency, less the susceptibility. Sorry, the more is susceptibility, higher the potency, less the susceptibility, lower the potency. So we are considering the potency according to their susceptibility. For high susceptibility, we are giving higher medicine, higher potency, and for the low susceptibility, we are going the lower potency. Now about the age. Okay, first point is age. See, student, about age. See, those who are child and young one, they have no so movement of the body. The organs are very much intact, no wear and tear of any organ. So they require the higher potency. They are having the high susceptibility. You have to prescribe the higher potency for that, for them. Okay, and the people who are old age, there are wear and tear of organs, and they are very much now aged. Okay, we have to give, their susceptibility are low, so you have to give them in a low potency. Okay, low or the medium potency, you have to prescribe them according to their disease, according to their simillimum, in a medium or low potency. Next thing is, what is the next point? I think next point is sex. See, students, next point is sex. Okay, sex in the female, those female who lived in the village side. Okay, they are having less mental stress. Okay, so they require the low potency. Okay, lower or medium potency. The male especially who are very irritable, sensitive, they require the higher potency. Okay, next point is habits and environments. See, students, the higher potency habits and environments, we are giving the subtitle. One is the higher potency is required in which situation, and lower potency is required in which situation. So the higher potencies are best adapted to those person who are engaged in highly intellectual and mental work. Sedentary occupation means they are doing their work in sitting only, in sitting position. Excitement of imagination and emotions, long sleep, and an effeminate life. Effeminate life means unmanly. Okay, unmanly life means they are sleeping for so many times, they awake in the afternoon, means like unmanly, they have not a fixed schedule, and they are very much irritable person, and they are behaving like whatever they want. ठीक है, नॉर्मल इंसानों जैसा उनका शेड्यूल ही नहीं होता है, कभी भी उठेंगे कुछ भी खाएंगे, ऐसे दिस इज कॉल्ड एज दी effeminate life. Okay, so in case of when we are giving the higher potency, are you getting me, the person engage in highly intellectual work, जो जिनको जो डॉक्टर से लॉयर से बहुत ज़्यादा उनको मेंटली वर्क करना पड़ता है दिन भर, ऐसे लोग मैक्सिमम डे जो बैठ कर रहते हैं, सेडेंटरी ऑक्यूपेशन, बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड रहते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड, इमेजिनेशन मीन्स कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो हमेशा ऐसे सोचते हैं कि वो कोई सुपर हीरो है, या हमेशा उनके ही ख्यालों में वो खोए हुए रहते हैं, कि एक्साइटमेंट ऑफ इमेजिनेशन कि मैं आज ये बन जाऊंगा, वो बन जाऊंगा, ऐसे जो बहुत ज़्यादा सोते हैं, और जिनका जो डेली शेड्यूल है वो एकदम अनमैनली है, कि वो कभी भी उठेंगे कुछ भी करेंगे, लाइक दैट. See, lower potencies are best adapted to person engage in physical labor without much mental exertion, means like maids. ओके, जो हमारे यहाँ काम वाली बाई आती है, वो फिजिकल एक्सर्शन वो कितना भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो मेंटल स्ट्रेस बिल्कुल भी नहीं ले सकते. हु स्लीप लिटिल, हुज फूड इज कोर्स, कोर्स मीन्स हार्श, कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा स्पाइसी खाएंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा खाना खाएंगे एक टाइम. Person exposed to continued influence of drug such as tobacco worker and dealers. Then the distillers and brewers and all connected with the liquors and tobacco trade, who are working in the factory of tobacco or who are working in the factory of alcohol, and they are continuously exposed to the tobacco and alcohol. Then druggist, perfumers, chemical workers, etc. ओके, जो ड्रगिस्ट है, जो दिन भर केमिकल्स में रहते हैं, जो परफ्यूम बनाते हैं, वो भी जो है एक स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल में, स्पेसिफिक स्मेल में दिन भर रहते हैं, एक्सपोज होते हैं. केमिकल वर्कर, जो केमिकल फैक्ट्रीज में, इंडस्ट्रीज में काम करते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज इडियट्स, इम्बेसाइल्स, डीफ एंड डम. सी, इडियट्स पीपल हु आर वेरी स्टूपिड्स. डीफ और डम का मतलब है वो एकदम ही मेंटली उनका जो ग्रोथ है वो स्लो रहता है. ठीक है, ऐसे लोगों को आपको देना है लोअर पोटेंसी. ओके, जो फिजिकल एक्सर्शन ज़्यादा कर सकते हैं लेकिन मेंटल स्ट्रेस नहीं ले सकते हैं, कम सोते हैं, ज़्यादा खाते हैं, देन बार बार जो है ड्रग्स को या टोबैको को एक्सपोज होते हैं, केमिस्ट, ड्रगिस्ट, परफ्यूमर्स, परफ्यूम बनाने वाले, एंड इडियट, डीफ एंड डम, ऑल दीज आर रिक्वायर द लोअर पोटेंसी. नेक्स्ट वन इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड टेम्परामेंट. ओके, I already explained you about constitution. It is nothing but a physical makeup, and temperament is the mentality of that person. See, the higher potencies are best adapted to. Here also they are subtitle higher potency and the lower potency. So constitution and temperament, higher potency are best adapted to sensitive person of nervous, sanguine, choleric temperament. See, nervous means जो बहुत ज़्यादा सोचते हैं, छोटी छोटी बात बहुत ज़्यादा सोचते हैं. सैंग्विन टेम्परामेंट्स वो बहुत ज़्यादा बातें करते हैं. ओके, दे आर फ्री फ्रॉम देयर हार्ट, बहुत ज़्यादा बातें करते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज क्लोरिक टेम्परामेंट विच इज़ इरिटेबल. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन इंटेलेक्चुअल पर्सन, क्विक टू एक्ट एंड रिएक्ट, जेलस एंड इम्पल्सिव पर्सन. इम्पल्सिव मीन्स बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा आता है. ओके, ऑल दीज टाइप ऑफ पर्सन रिक्वायर द हायर पोटेंसी. Now about the lower potency. See, lower potency, torpid and phlegmatic. See, torpid का मतलब होता है inactive, phlegmatic का मतलब होता है unemotional. Okay, means they are lazy, inactive person, जिनको emotionally वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा रफ होते हैं, ऐसे लोग. इंडिविजुअल, डल टू कॉम्प्रिहेंशन एंड स्लो टू एक्ट. उनका जो ऑल ओवर मूवमेंट होता है वो बहुत स्लो होता है, वो बहुत डल होते हैं. कोर्स फाइबर, स्लगिश इंडिविजुअल ऑफ ग्रॉस हैबिट्स. दोज हु possess द ग्रेट मस्कुलर पावर बट हु रिक्वायर अ पावरफुल स्टिमुलस टू एक्साइट देम. मीन्स उनका मसल्स मसल्स जो है वो बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, वो फैट और फ्लैबी होते हैं, बट उनको जो है एक्साइट करना पड़ता है, उनको कहना पड़ता है कि तुम उठो, ये काम करो, तो फिर वो उठेंगे, फिर वो करेंगे, like that. All these person require the lower potency. Okay, in the exam you have to write only the word like torpid and phlegmatic. Okay, you have to maintain the proper language of pharmacy. Okay, I am telling you the exact meaning of these words. Okay, so you can able to remember them well, but don't write the meaning. In the exam you have to write the specific word also, that torpid, phlegmatic, then sanguine temperament, choleric temperament, like that. Now the lower potency is but repeated at the long interval. सी लोअर पोटेंसी ही है, लेकिन वो भी हमको बहुत इंटरवल के बाद रिपीट करना पड़ता है. किन लोगों में? फर्स्ट वन इज ओवर सेंसिटिव पेशेंट, नेक्स्ट वन इज इडियोसिंक्रेटिक पेशेंट. ओके, सी ओवर सेंसिटिव पेशेंट. Sensitive patients will prove every remedy given in the high potency and will fail to have their sickness cured. Such patient must be given the indicated drug very low, that is third to 30 potency, or in drop doses of tincture. A single dose at a time with long interval elapsing between doses in order to bring about the curative action. See students, these sensitive people, they are वेरी मच सेंसिटिव टू एनी ड्रग. सो आपको जो है, इनको जब आप मेडिसिन देना है, आपको एक लो पोटेंसी में देना है और बहुत लंबे टाइम के बाद आपको वो रिपीट करना है. आपको उसको इंटरवल ज़्यादा रखना पड़ता है. ओके, नॉर्मली जब सेंसिटिविटी नॉर्मल होती है पेशेंट की, आप जो है 30 पोटेंसी में जो डोज है, हर 15 मिनट के बाद भी आप रिपीट कर सकते हो. ठीक है, लेकिन इन केस ऑफ द सेंसिटिव पेशेंट यू हैव टू रिपीट इट क्वाइट लॉन्ग. ओके, जो इंटरवल है वो आपको थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा रखना पड़ता है. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज इडियोसिंक्रेटिक पेशेंट. नाउ व्हाट इज इडियोसिंक्रेटिक पेशेंट? They possess the higher susceptibility but must not be given a high potency. It is sufficient to inhale few globules of 30 potency only for few seconds. The dose may be repeated after 2 to 3 or even after 6 months if needed. Otherwise, this patient have no chance to cure. They are very sensitive person, so you have to repeat the medicine after 2, 3 or 6 months. Next one is the nature and depth of disease. See student, next is nature and depth of disease. Okay, so nature and depth of disease is again divided in so many subtitle. Okay, you have to remember, try to remember the maximum titles. Okay, first one is acute disease with lower vitality, acute manifestation of chronic diseases, then chronic diseases, difficult and incurable diseases, seat of disease, the previous treatment of the disease, then the stage of disease. Okay, all these are 8 subheadings. Okay, subheadings in the nature and depth of disease. Okay, try to remember maximum as you can. Okay, maximum subtitle you have to write. Okay, see, acute disease with lower vitality, acute manifestation of chronic diseases, then chronic diseases. Okay, first 3 is acute disease with lower vitality, acute manifestation of the chronic diseases. Next one is chronic disease, then difficult and incurable disease, seat of disease, the previous treatment of the disease, and the stage of disease. Okay, you have to write all these points in detail. Now first one is acute disease. No structural change is usually effected in such a case. Naturally, susceptibility of the patient remain higher. See, the higher susceptibility is there. So, an acute diseases like chicken pox, measles, influenza, whooping cough, common cold, it require the high potency. Here, the repeated dose of higher potencies are effective to arrest the progress of disease. सी एक्यूट डिसीज़ मीन्स जो चिकन पॉक्स होते हैं, सब लोगों को पता है, हम उसे ये कहते हैं गोवर, कांजनिया. ओके, लाइक डिसीजेज आर एक्यूट डिसीजेस. You can give the higher potency, you can repeat it frequently. Next one is acute diseases with lower vitality. In severe dehydration like diarrhea, vomiting, shock, collapse, extreme prostration, severe bleeding and typhoid like situation. सीवियर डिहाइड्रेशन मीन्स किसी भी तरह से आपको बॉडी में अगर आपके पानी कम हो जाता है, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स अगर कम हो जाते हैं तो हम उसे डिहाइड्रेशन कहते हैं. फिर इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ दी वोमिटिंग, बिकॉज ऑफ दी डायरिया, बहुत ज़्यादा लूज मोशंस हो रहे हैं, वोमिटिंग्स हो रहे हैं, किसी भी वजह से अगर डिहाइड्रेशन होता है, ओके, टाइफाइड लाइक स्टेट, द पेशेंट रिक्वायर लो पोटेंसी इन द रिपीटेड डोसेस टू ओवरकम द इनहिबिटरी स्टेट ऑफ द वाइटल डायनामिक्स. हियर प्रेफरेबली पोटेंसी आर 3, 6, 12 और मैक्सिमम 30 पोटेंसी. ठीक है. एक्यूट डिसीजेस विथ लोअर वाइटलिटी, डिहाइड्रेशन अगर हो जाता है, पेशेंट की ससेप्टिबिलिटी लो होती है, आपको लो पोटेंसी देनी है जो आपको फ्रिक्वेंटली रिपीट करना है. ठीक है. आप 30 पोटेंसी में मेडिसिन हर 15 मिनट के बाद भी रिपीट कर सकते हो. नेक्स्ट वन इज acute manifestation of chronic diseases. With gross organic changes, it require the low or medium potency. Okay. अगर आपके organs में changes, inflammation of liver, any changes in the heart, if there is change in any organ, then it require the low or medium potency. At beginning of organic change or in functional plane, it require the high potency. बहुत ज़्यादा organs में change नहीं है तब आपको जो है हाई पोटेंसी देनी है. ओके. एक्यूट मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज क्रॉनिक डिसीज विदाउट ग्रॉस ऑर्गेनिक चेंजेस. द हायर पोटेंसी एक्ट क्यूरेटिव इफ गिवन इन अ सिंगल और रिपीटेड डोज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल माइग्रेन, neuralgia. Okay. See, in the chronic diseases you are again going to give some subtitle, that is without gross organic change, with gross organic change, like that. Okay. तो chronic diseases में हम पहला देखेंगे without gross organic changes, higher potencies act curative if given in a single or repeated dose. ठीक है. जब ऑर्गन में ज़्यादा चेंज नहीं है तब आप क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस में भी जो है हायर पोटेंसी दे सकते हैं. विथ ग्रॉस ऑर्गेनिक चेंज, अगर ऑर्गन्स में चेंज है, इन्फ्लेमेशन है या इन्फ्लेमेशन है, कोई इन्फेक्शन है, अगर ऑर्गन में ऑर्गन बहुत ज़्यादा डैमेज हो चुका है, एज द ससेप्टिबिलिटी बिकम ग्रेजुअली लो बिकॉज ऑफ लॉन्ग कंटिन्यूड सफरिंग एंड ऑर्गेनिक चेंजेस, लो और मीडियम पोटेंसी आर रिक्वायर. टू लो पोटेंसी इन रिपीटेड डोसेस इवन इन ऑर्गेनिक क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस may lead to the Kent-Tell observation, that is new symptoms appear after the remedy. Okay. And while too high potency comparison to patient susceptibility lead to the Kent third observation, that is the aggravation in short, quick and strong with rapid improvement of the patient. सी अगर आप बहुत लो पोटेंसी देते हैं तो ये बिलोंग करेगा केंट के 10th ऑब्जर्वेशन से, दैट इज़ न्यू सिम्टम्स जो है वो पेशेंट के अंदर आपको दिखते हैं. अगर आप हायर पोटेंसी देते हो तो उसमें भी जो है पेशेंट को तुरंत रिलीफ मिल जाता है लेकिन इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं होता है. इट इज़ द थर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ द केंट. ठीक है. सो विद ग्रॉस ऑर्गेनिक चेंजेस you have to give the low or the medium potency. Then third subtitle is mental diseases. Susceptibility is generally very high, but high potency are contraindicated in such cases. To start with, because of the possibility of too violent an aggravation. देखो हम लोग क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस में 3 सबटाइटल देख रहे हैं. विथ ग्रॉस ऑर्गेनिक चेंज, जहाँ पर ऑर्गन में चेंज हुए हैं, विदाउट ग्रॉस चेंज इन ऑर्गन, और मेंटल डिसीजेस. तो मेंटल डिसीजेस में भी जो है पेशेंट का ससेप्टिबिलिटी हाई रहता है लेकिन हायर पोटेंसी जो है वो कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेट होते हैं, हम नहीं दे सकते हैं पेशेंट को, तो वहाँ पर भी हम मीडियम या लो पोटेंसी हमको देना पड़ता है. नेक्स्ट वन इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट एंड इनक्यूरेबल डिसीजेस. द पेशेंट विद डिफ़िकल्ट एंड इनक्यूरेबल डिसीजेस विल avoid severe aggravation and get palliation of their symptom and prolonging of their life. If the physician prescribes remedy of a more superficial nature and in potency not above the 30 or 200, but 50 millisiemens potency is best for this purpose. Even the incurable case may be turned into the curable stage. See students, डिफ़िकल्ट एंड इनक्यूरेबल डिसीजेस, ये वही डिसीजेस है कैंसर जैसे डिसीजेस, या किसी पेशेंट के दोनों भी किडनी डैमेज हो चुके हैं, ऐसे जो डिसीजेस हैं इनक्यूरेबल डिसीज़ होते हैं। आप अगर लो पोटेंसी देते हो तो वो पैलिएट करती है मीन्स टेम्पररी रिलीफ देती है। और आप अगर पेशेंट को एकदम 50 मिलीसिमल पोटेंसी देते हैं तो वो बेस्ट एक्ट करेगी, इनफैक्ट इट गिव्स वेरी गुड रिजल्ट। Okay, so difficult and incurable disease, low and medium potency only palliate. 50 millisiemens potency can give the good effect. Next one, seat of disease. Whether an important organ, internal organ, has been considerably deteriorated, material doses of the medicine are necessary to check it. This naturally belong to the chronic cases. In ischemic heart disease, cactus mother tincture, spongy or toaster mother tincture, 10 to 15 drop doses may be used. See, seat of disease. It is depend on the which organ is affected. Seat of disease means कौन से organ में कहाँ पर वो disease बैठा हुआ है, ओके कौन से organ उसने affect किया है, internal organ, ओके। तो आपको यहाँ पर जो है मटेरियल डोज देना है पेशेंट को, लाइक मदर टिंचर, ओके, इन स्पेसिफिक quantity. This is about the seat of diseases. Then the previous treatment of the disease. The patient who have taken many crude drug, homeopathic or allopathic, often require the higher potency for their use. ऐसे पेशेंट जो बहुत डॉक्टर के पास घूम कर आए हैं, उन्होंने बहुत सारे एलोपैथिक, होम्योपैथिक, आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन लिए हुए हैं, जनरली आपको उनको हायर पोटेंसी देना है। स्टेज ऑफ द डिसीज़. The disease process manifested in two stages, that is dynamic pathology and organic pathology. Dynamic pathology denote the stage from a very beginning of the disease till structural changes start. During this period, only functional disturbances are reflected. So the susceptibility of patient is greatly higher. So this kind of chronic diseases must be treated with the higher potency. देखो स्टेज ऑफ डिसीजेस में भी उन्होंने दो सब टाइटल दिए हैं, डायनामिक पैथोलॉजी एंड ऑर्गेनिक पैथोलॉजी, ठीक है। सो डायनामिक पैथोलॉजी, ऑर्गेनिक पैथोलॉजी। डायनामिक पैथोलॉजी में जहाँ पर जो है इन्फेक्शन अभी स्टार्ट हुआ है, किसी भी ऑर्गन को उसने ज़्यादा हर्ट नहीं किया है, ऐसे पेशेंट में आप उनको हायर पोटेंसी दे सकते हो। On the other hand, the organopathology denote the stage from the beginning of the structural changes up to the end of the disease process. During this period, the susceptibility of disease is gradually decreased. जहाँ पर ऑर्गेनिक चेंज हुए हैं, ऑर्गन में चेंज हुए हैं, वहाँ पर जो है जो ससेप्टिबिलिटी है वो लो रहती है, तो आपको जो मेडिसिन है वो लो ही मतलब लो पोटेंसी देना पड़ता है। Now about the different miasmatic states. Okay, it is also included in stages of disease. First one is dynamic pathology, second one is organopathology, third is different miasmatic states. Primary manifestation of SORA, psychosis, syphilis require high potencies in repeated and large doses for an early and permanent cure. ओके जो प्राइमरी मैनिफेस्टेशन है सोरा, साइकोसिस या सिफिलिस का, हमको उन्हें हायर पोटेंसी ही देने हैं। सेकेंडरी मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ द डिफरेंट मियाजमेटिक स्टेट्स रिक्वायर मीडियम और लो पोटेंसीज। ओके सेकेंडरी मैनिफेस्टेशन अगर हुआ है, सेकेंडरी इन्फेक्शन अगर हुआ है, तो वहाँ पर हमको मीडियम या लो पोटेंसी देनी पड़ती है। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज नेचर ऑफ डिसीज। ओके सी नेचर ऑफ डिसीज में फर्स्ट वन नोजोड. The nosode group of medicines should be administered in the higher potency for its true effect. जो नोजोड है वो जो है आपको हायर पोटेंसी में देना है, उसका करेक्ट इफेक्ट अगर आपको चाहिए। Some medicines work best in low potency or tincture such as Crataegus or Sabal like medicines. Okay, some medicines work best in their low potency. They given some example. You can write one example hardly. With some remedies, their effect is reputed to vary with the potency used. Hipersulf is said to abort infection if used in early in the process, high early in the process. It has resolve abscess or osteomyelitis of the jaw when used in low potency. Okay, see, अगर हिपर सल्फ आप हायर डोज में देते हो, एबॉर्ट द इन्फेक्शन का मतलब क्या होता है कि वहाँ पर जो है पस फॉर्म हो जाता है, जो जगह इन्फेक्ट हुई है ना उसमें से पस बाहर निकालता है. ओके, अगर आप उसको लो पोटेंसी में दोगे तो अपसिस्टिस या ऑस्टियोमोलाइटिस मीन्स जहाँ पर पस फॉर्म हुआ है वो ठीक हो जाता है अगर आप लो पोटेंसी में देते हो. हाई पोटेंसी में देते हो तो वो जो अपसेस है वो अपसेस जो है एबॉर्ट होता है मीन्स बाहर निकलता है. ठीक है, और वही अगर आप लो पोटेंसी में देते हो तो वो जो पस है वो जो है वहीं पर ठीक हो जाता है. ओके, it is the nature of the medicine. They are giving so many examples here, but I'm going to explain you only about one. Be careful of using lycopodium in potency much higher than 12C in a case of severe pain like duodenal ulcer or may precipitate a perforation. देखो, जहाँ पर डिओडिनल अल्सर्स हुए हैं, आप अगर वहाँ पे हायर पोटेंसी देते हो लाइकोपोडियम की तो वहाँ पर जो है जो डिओडिनम है वो टियर हो जाता है, फट जाता है अंदर से. ये इतना ज़्यादा रिस्की होता है. ठीक है, तो लाइकोपोडियम जो है आपको 12C पोटेंसी से कम ही पोटेंसी में देना है. ये एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है उन्होंने नेचर ऑफ डिसीज़ का. ओके, नेचर ऑफ मेडिसिन में, सॉरी. ठीक है, सो स्टूडेंट्स, हियर वी स्टडी एज, सेक्स, हैबिट्स एंड एनवायरनमेंट, constitution and temperament, nature and depth of disease, and nature of medicine. Okay, it is quite lengthy topic. Okay, so we are going to I am going to explain you in fractional lectures. Okay, this is first lecture. In next lecture I am going to explain you about the remaining part. I hope you like this video. Go through it. Thank you very much.